eczema. Yeah. She sent us a picture that she took before, and then like a week and a half later of just drinking the greens, how they just disappeared. It hasn't happened that fast before, so she attributed that. And then she did it again and said, yeah, it's your greens. It's pretty awesome. So it's crazy when you put healthy stuff in your body, what it'll do for you.
Yeah. Welcome to the Big Tex Ordnance Podcast. I'm Ike. We have Ian, Tara, and our guest today is Travis from Alpha Elite Performance and also the Green Beret Foundation.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely. I guess I'll just give you a little bio.
Yeah. Just tell us a little bit about Travis and how you got here.
Well, I am Travis Wilson. I'm a retired Green Beret out of 10th Special Forces Group. Was regular Army before that. Went to selection in 1999. Got selected. Actually got out to go back and finish school, went right back into the Army and begged the SF command to let me go through the Q course, seeing that I was already selected, but pissed them off by going back to school and getting out. Anyway, long story short, went to war for a little bit, became a Green Beret, went back to war for a lot, a little bit, a lot of it, however that works out. And did that for, until I retired in 2017, did a total of 21 years.
Oh, wow.
Most of that as a Green Beret. And then so I own Alpha Elite Performance, and I'm the director of mission and program delivery at the Green Beret Foundation, which is my main job now. The Alpha Elite Performance, which is on my hat here, is one. My wife and her team run Alpha Elite Performance. I'm still the owner, and the face of it, if you will. But I've found a love and a passion for getting back into the regiment and the community and working with the Green Beret Foundation. So, but I actually had a near fatal free fall accident towards the end of my career and burned in. And that's why you see these ugly scars on my knees and ankles and shoulders and disc replacement on my back and all sorts of stuff. Hit my head pretty hard. And so I thought that I was going to get kicked out of the military. So I said, well, I got to do something. So I started coming up with a plan to just start my own business. And so I started a company called Caliber Nutrition. That grew into a small gym and supplements. And then I built a bigger gym and then got rid of all that, sold that to start Alpha Elite Performance, which, says established in 2015, but kind of dabbled in it a little bit before that. And then I retired in 2017. So thought I was going to get kicked out, but they didn't kick me out. So now I had this business that actually was 2012 when I started doing that, and then was active duty. And so I got real busy. And so now I'm just used to being busy all the time.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds like a lot.
It was
going on.
I had a good team. So
yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely a lot. So, but here we are. So I've got Alpha Elite Performance and Green Beret Foundation.
Let's talk about the foundation for a little bit.
Absolutely.
Kind of what's the mission statement there, and what's that all about?
So we are the premier nonprofit for Special Forces Green Berets, and we give back to our Green Berets past and present, and their family, their spouses and children. And we've got a bunch of different pillars through casualty support, family support, health and wellness support, which I'm heavily involved in, to scholarships and grants, which we've given $750,000 away just this year alone.
Oh, wow.
In grants and scholarships, which we're pretty proud of. And then we're doing pretty good for the health and wellness side as well with how we take care of our guys. If the VA screws up or fails or is too slow, that's where we step in and are able to take care of them. So
that's awesome.
But yeah, that's what we do at the foundation, and it keeps me really busy. So, and I oversee all the programs, not the events so much, but program services. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, so I get to see it all, and I get to see where the money goes and how much of it goes back to our Green Berets. So,
how long have you been over there?
I just started with them in February.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just as so, and it went by so fast.
Yeah.
So it keeps you busy. You're on the phone and video conference calls all day, talking to Green Berets and their families or donors or finding other programs and services that we can bring into the foundation. It's constant changing of programs. So, it's fun. It's pretty rewarding.
Yeah, I imagine.
So, but just came back from Nashville. Where do we get all this money other than donors and stuff like that, right? just came back from Nashville and from Rock the Green Beret. So Kid Rock is he's a fan of our veterans, and he gave up a floor, and he's done this the last 4 years, a floor of his facility, the Kid Rock's big ass honky tonk. And so we put on the event, Rock the Green Beret. Green Berets, donor sponsors, everybody shows up in Nashville for this day drinking event, because it starts at 11 a.m. and ends at 4. Yeah. But
nice.
It never really ends at 4. It just continues on into the evening. But yeah, it's one of the events that we do where we raise money for the foundation. But we also go to SHOT Show. We'll be at DSC in Atlanta this year, since DSC is not in Dallas, since they're fixing the convention center. But
Dallas Safari Club in Atlanta.
Yeah, I know, right? Dallas Safari Club in Atlanta, but I don't know how it worked out. I don't know why they just didn't do it down here in Houston. But yeah.
So is that like y'all's main fundraising event, or do y'all do a bunch of other ones?
Oh no, man, we do so many events. A-Team Anglers down south. We did a huge event at Gillette Stadium to raise money, obviously, and awareness. It was a lacrosse game between the Navy SEALs and the Green Berets.
Oh wow!
Yep. Who
won?
I don't want to talk about it. My boss, he was all about. He played lacrosse. He played lacrosse, and it was pretty interesting. And when he, told the team that he wanted to put on a lacrosse game, we're like, okay, cool. And we're gonna do it at Gillette Stadium. We're like, sure, and it's gonna be between Navy SEALs and Green Berets. Like, oh god,
just keeps getting wilder. And wilder.
Yeah. But it was wildly popular and very cool. We did lose by one goal.
Was it outdoor or indoor style?
Outdoor, Gillette Stadium, nice. Where the Patriots play.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. The coaches were both from Annapolis and West Point. The players were all collegiate level. I didn't realize that the Navy SEALs and the Green Berets, we had that many collegiate level lacrosse players. But I should have figured that out. We've got some pretty amazing athletes in special operations. But yeah, they just kicked each other's ass for an hour. And one of the coaches is like, I haven't seen lacrosse like this in a long time. This is old school lacrosse. I'm like, looks normal to me. But the SEALs won by a goal. And I'll call them out. They didn't have to do any of the heavy lifting. It was our idea. We did all the heavy lifting, but they still beat us.
What a bunch of dicks.
I know, cheaters. But it really, optically, it was amazing for both foundations.
Yeah.
Raised money for both foundations. Met a lot of great guys on both sides of the foundations. Even some of the Patriot players were having practice, and they heard it was going on. They came over in their gear.
Oh, that's cool.
In their practice gear to come watch it. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, those are just some of the kind of events that we put on. We're constantly thinking of events, or people will just put on events for us to say, hey, we want to raise money for the Green Beret Foundation. We're like, cool, what's your idea? And we'll just say yes, we'll support that, or something crazy.
Where's the foundation out of?
Well, we're headquartered here now in Montgomery, Texas,
okay.
But we're all only because I have a facility here, and so a lot of our products and stuff are shipped out of my facility for AEP, where AEP's at. But we're all remote. The boss is in Massachusetts, and we've got employees in North Carolina, Ohio, Vegas, Washington State here. So, but yeah, we do a lot. One of the other programs too that I should have mentioned was if any Green Berets are listening, is our VSOs. Did you guys serve?
I did. Yeah.
So when you got out, you saw a VA claims person.
Yeah.
So VSO, Veteran Service Officer. So we are the only special operations nonprofit that has our own VSOs.
Oh, nice.
And so our Green Berets, when they're getting out, they reach out to the VSO to start their claims process when they're getting out. And it's pretty cool. We've got our own. And then they can, some of the old guys who never did their claims, like Vietnam era, or even after that or before that, whatever, they can come and talk to our VSOs and get that retroactive pay,
That's awesome.
Or if they only got a 30% rating and they want to get to that 100, the VSOs can help them get there and kind of reevaluate their packet and their med records and all that. So just another service that we offer, which is pretty awesome. So we've got some other nonprofits that are accredited under the Green Beret Foundation.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, so it's pretty cool. What else you got?
What events do y'all have coming up?
What do we have coming up? Well, Well, thank God it's the end of the year, because this is the event fundraising time of the year. So I've been on the road for like the last 2.5 months. We all have, not just me, but the boss is, he pretty much likes to go to all of them, and I like to try and make most of them as well. But what do we have coming up? Nothing so much for the end of the year, but we have SHOT Show. We have DSC, Dallas Safari Club in Atlanta, early January.
Right.
And then we have SHOT Show, which I'm super excited about because we partner with Cryptek. Mm-hmm. And so we are going to have a Cryptek Green Beret Foundation party, which I just got off a call on that today, and I'm super excited about that.
And we're all invited, right?
Yeah, it's an invite only. If you get just give me your emails if you guys get the invite, But yeah, there's a possibility for that for sure. Yeah, it's going to be the who's who of events. It's going to be at Stoney's, which is a phenomenon. If you've ever been to Vegas and gone to Stoney's, that place is awesome. It's a lot of fun. But I know in the past, Cryptek has had people like Sarah Palin, Kyle, come, all sorts of people, Tim Montana type style bands, you name it. So yeah, we're going to go big again this year with the combination of the foundation and Cryptek.
Nice.
Yeah. So pretty excited about it. You guys are going to SHOT Show, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can't imagine why you wouldn't.
Yeah. We gotta go at least for a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So this party will be on the 22nd, which I think is Wednesday.
Gotcha.
Which is the second day. It starts Tuesday. SHOT Show does. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Range day on Mondays. First day is Tuesday.
But there are other events as well. Like we just started the Warrior Sportsman program.
Okay.
So I had the opportunity to take 10 Green Berets to Alaska and fish the Nush is what it's called, Nushkagak River. And it was you get to Anchorage, Alaska, and then you take another flight to King Salmon, and then you take a bush plane, like to the bush. Like it's nothing but moose, bear, and fish.
Well, that sounds awesome.
And it's awesome lodge, like in the middle, like I don't know how the hell they built that out there, but it came with a 5-star chef and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But we have events like that, and we're actually raising money for these events. And the whole thing is based and centered around mental health.
Right.
So I have AEP Outdoors.
Yeah.
But it's now going to be folded into the Green Beret Foundation because conflict interest, it's it only makes sense. Why not just raise money for one organization? But we're going to be, Africa is one of our big events coming up. Last year I took one of the first females recruited into the unit. Took her to Africa to hunt 10 games plains animals. She ended up getting 7.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to do that again with Green Berets, and we're just starting that process of getting that situated. But yeah, we'll go to Namibia, Africa, and hunt there. We'll do some more of the Alaska fishing trips. Cabo, we have a Cabo sport fishing trip. And like it's all geared towards adrenaline, outdoor adventure, and mental health. Yeah. So the guys that are going to go on these trips have some sort of not a mental illness. We all have mental illness. I'm definitely batshit crazy, but have experienced TBIs, PTSD, and have gone through other, treatments for it. And we're just kind of capstoning that, if you will, by taking them on these trips to be able to get those guys to sit around, talk about things that they can't really talk about around their spouses or civilians who just wouldn't understand. So that's the point of doing these trips. So it's not just a vacation, and there's a lot of hard work that goes into planning these as well, and raising the money for them. So, lots of events. I know I'm missing some.
I'm sure.
Yeah. But the next one is Dallas Safari Club in Atlanta and SHOT Show for fundraising events. So. Yeah.
As far as like treatment and stuff, if y'all messed around with any of like the, I know there's like, not psychedelics, but like, alternative medicine and stuff.
Yeah. So Ibogaine and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. We don't do that. No. We like to focus on FDA approved treatments. Not that we're opposed to them, by any means. I'm a huge stem cell fan, and, we're just now starting to get into that. I've paid for stem cells out of my own pocket because I know that they're very successful. But we're doing QNRT, which is, I don't know. We're doing all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like
the Biomat, which is we just partnered with Biomat, and this is a amethyst crystal filled mat that is also infrared, and it affects the parasympathetic nervous system. I have one. I thought it was some voodoo magic bullshit. But I laid on that bad boy, and I mean, it works. So I use it every day now. Like,
so it's like a mat of crystals that has.
Yeah, do some earthing.
Yeah. Seriously. That's
right.
That's
That'd
what
be
it
right
is.
up Josh's alley.
Yeah, it's amethyst crystals, and it plugs into this machine that kind of looks like that, and it shows you when it's doing its IR thing, and you can set the temperature from anywhere from 90 something degrees up to 150.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it gets real hot, and it's made very, very well. A thick leather, so it's heavy.
Does it kind of like roll up, or
it rolls up, and then it fits in it folds up, and it fits in this beautiful suitcase on wheels because it's heavy.
Yeah, I bet.
But we've just recently purchased a large sum of money of those, and they were wonderful to donate some as well. So some of our staff will get those because we have a couple other Green Berets that are VSOs, and some other staff that can use them and be able to talk about them.
What does something like that cost?
That is about $2,000 something dollars for that mat.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was just like, man, it's expensive, but totally worth it.
Right.
Like, I seriously, when I thought it was voodoo magic, I was like, this is stupid.
I heard about them, like, I was listening to a podcast, and I don't remember who it was, like, probably a month ago, and they were talking about it.
Yeah, they're great. They're great. I highly recommend them. So we've gotten into that, into Biomap, just partner with them. We're launching that partnership press release here pretty soon, next couple of days, I believe. And we'll provide those to Green Berets that need them. So the way that it works at the foundation, a Green Beret that needs something, and then, I mean, Green Berets never want anything. They're always like, give it to the other guy. Mm-hmm. You know, there's a bunch. We're all humble humans, you know. Mm-hmm. So if you're a Green Beret and you're listening, and you need help, hit us up. That's what we're there for. But these guys that need a biomat, they don't necessarily know about it, but they come to us for help with, I've got nonstop constant pain, the VA isn't taking care of me, or this is, so we'll be like, hey, have you tried this? And we'll offer them a biomat. And that's essentially how we work. H-Wave machine is another machine that they're generous in that we buy some and then they donate some as well. So we'll donate these H-Wave machines to these guys it's like a TINS unit on steroids. It's little pads, you know, that electric stuff goes through it anyway. We'll give them one of those, or Game Readies. Like when I had my knee surgeries, I had this Game Ready that was, you know, provided for me, and it's a $3,400 machine that is ice and compression, and it went on my knees or my ankle when I had the reconstruction. We'll provide those for these guys as well. So as opposed to the garbage things that the VA will give them.
Yeah, it's so awesome, because I think so many times people or the doctors, they just throw pills at the problems instead of actually, you know, getting to the root of that. So.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, the pill thing is huge, so we're trying to avoid the pills and giving them other means of treatment, which we're pretty successful at. I noticed you've got the Warrior's Heart flag on the wall there. We sadly send quite a few guys to Warrior's Heart. By choice, they reach out to us and they finally realize that they've got a problem, an addiction issue, alcohol, whatever you name it. And they're like, I need help. So we are huge fans of Warrior's Heart, and we will foot that bill. Other organizations like Laurel Ridge too. But yeah, just worked a case the other day. Green Beret that was homeless in Florida. They finally found him, and we got him into Warrior's Heart. So and quickly they were like, yeah, we got a bed for him. Get him in here. So
you sent him to Texas or the new one in Virginia?
Virginia.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so majority of the ones. He was the first to Virginia that we've sent.
Oh,
to,
nice.
Because I think they just opened.
Yeah,
up.
it just opened up.
Yeah, but majority of them, all of them, the rest of them have been to Bandera there. So, yeah, we do a lot.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I mean, if you can think of it, we do it. And then on top of that is all the events and fundraising. But we also have a really good team. I mean, it's obviously not just me. We've got, you know, I'll talk a little bit about Charlie. He's a guy that's never served in the military. He's a civilian, but you know, you can tell he's somebody that wanted to serve. Everybody in his family or his wife's family has served. Great backstories on the people that have served in his family. So he came to the organization from the USO, or he has that USO Foundation background. Very smart man. And it's pretty awesome to have him at our foundation, because he's already increased revenue by a considerable amount since he was hired. He's just phenomenal. And where I'm going with that is that I really, really strongly believe now, and it kind of always have, that civilians, One, they raise more money because they care. They never served, and they just want to be able to give back, you know. And then having Charlie here, who never served, I feel like he works that much harder. Not that he has something to prove to the Green Berets that he's working for, but because I never served, but I want to show these guys how much I care about their well-being and their family's well-being and their kids' well-being. So, I mean, he's a huge component to being able to give out $750,000 in grants and scholarships to kids in Green Berets and spouses who want to further their education. He brought me on. I've always been an ambassador for the foundation since I got hurt, and I would spend my own money and donate my own time to raise money for the foundation. One day he was just like, "You ever considered working here?" I was like, "Well, I kind of got this Alpha Elite Performance thing, but it's not out of the question." And we just made it work. And he was the one that him and General Ken Tovo, brought me on board. So. Interviewed, of course, just so everybody knows. I did go through an interview process.
The proper channels and everything.
Yeah. So, and it worked out. So here I am, doing what we do.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's the process like if like a Green Beret calls up, it's like, hey, I'm going through some stuff. Like how do you like direct him to the right treatment, or how does that whole process work?
Yeah, absolutely. So they go to our website, greenberetfoundation.org, and in the top right-hand corner it says request support. So they hit that, and there's just a drop-down menu of everything that we need to know about them. And then there's that section why they're reaching out to us. So, and then, they need to upload their DD-214. We have to have proof that they're a Green Beret. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, people are like, I'm a Green Beret, I need help. And then, they didn't even serve.
Yeah.
Some weirdos out there.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. But, they just go to request for support, and then we read it. It goes to the case care coordinators who... they don't work for me. They work for the foundation. I just kind of oversee them. I don't like to say I manage people. I like to lead people, but I oversee them. But they do a good job that they don't even really need my help. They just come to me for approvals and denials and stuff like that. But they go to the care coordinator, and she will immediately start working that case, depending on what the need is. And if it is over a certain amount of money, it comes to me. And then I have to approve it. And if it's over a certain another dollar amount, I take it to the boss, and we go to the board, for some of these. But yeah, that's pretty much it. They just go to the website, request for support, hit us up, and then we start working that magic depending on what their request is.
What types of things can you help them with? Is there anything that maybe, a lot of people struggle with that they wouldn't normally reach out for help for that you guys,
I mean, anything from like the hurricane that just happened, they reached out to us for some hurricane relief funds. We don't necessarily like to throw money at a problem.
Right.
Because there has been times where we've given large sums of money to somebody and they didn't use it for what they wanted it for, what they requested it for. So like for the hurricanes that happened in Florida, we did monetarily send some money down to some active duty families. They didn't ask to be stationed in Florida, but it just so happened. But we also help people buy refrigerators. I could really use a refrigerator. I'm trying to, kids in school, blah, blah, blah. But our refrigerator's gone. And so that's an emergent need. So we'll help with the refrigerators and air conditioning units and things like that. And a lot of times we don't even have to pay for them. Companies will just donate them when they hear from us. We had
you hit up Lowe's, they're like, hell yeah, here you go.
I mean, some of those places are a little difficult to work with. They're like, oh, you got to fill out these forms and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But what I mean is, like, we had a Green Beret who in Iowa has a air conditioning company. And I had a lady in North Carolina whose air conditioning unit went out. She's a Gold Star spouse. And we take care of our Gold Star spouses as well. And she came to us and called him and said, hey, do you know anybody in North Carolina that, could get us an air conditioning unit set up cheap, blah, blah, blah. Man, he called me back like 20 minutes later. He's like, hey, we got it taken care of. He's going to go out there and just install it.
Oh, wow.
And it's on him. It's, so these guys out of the goodness of their heart will immediately run out there, take care of our Gold Star spouses, families, whatever. And we don't even have to pay for it, nice. Which is
That's amazing.
Yeah. And it happens more than you think. So, but yeah, I mean, some of the things that we do other than, Gold Star spouses, emergent needs, for disaster relief to, finances. Like we won't throw money at a problem. We'll also sit down with them and have them fill out a financial form to figure out where they need help.
Right.
And we'll be able to help out. Like we've helped people out financially. We helped get a guy out of jail who was wrongfully imprisoned. It was just city jail, but still we got him out and took care of all that. What else?
What about family services?
Family services, anywhere from childcare for events. We've done that. Man, you can throw something at me. Yeah, because I know there's just so many.
So what about people that are say they're married and they've been deploying, they get out or therapies
all the time. That's a big one. Yeah, that's even part of our next Ridgeline, which is something else I could talk about. But yeah, the therapies for couples is huge. We'll send them to like Camp Homefront, which is another or All Secure Foundation, which is they put on Camp Homefront. We'll send them to Camp Homefront. We sponsor them. We send them to you name it. If there's a therapist that they want to use, then we'll pay for that. That's a huge one. To include individual therapies,
Right.
We do MERT training, or not training, MERT. It's a magnetic electroresonance. I did it when I had my head injury. It's, this electric stuff going into your brain and resetting your megahertz. And it's pretty interesting, but it works. It's pretty crazy how well it works. Man, I mean, if you can think of it, we'll pay for it.
That's awesome.
We still vet you out. We have to vet out, do you really need this?
Yeah.
Because we want to, like with the financial hardship people, like we want to be able to help them out and connect them also to like a financial coach or somebody that can help them get their finances squared away. Why are you paying $1,700 for a car? That's stupid. Let's fix this, and our mortgage stuff, we know people that can help them get, rates down like a point or not, and that's what we're here for. If a Green Beret and their family can think of it, or past or present, we'll help them. So, but I mentioned the Next Ridgeline, which is NRL 2.0 is what we call it, Next Ridgeline, and that is our new transition program. We're in our second cohort right now.
Right.
But we've started this. We're trying to reach the guys 15 to 24 months out of retirement, and so we start helping them with a plan, not just financially, but mental health. It encompasses mind, body, spirit. We're not like a normal transition program where you go and you sit, you learn about all the things that you need to get out of the military and after. We're not going to do resume writing. We have people for that we'll send you to. You can go work with them. We want to just mind, body, spirit. How do I explain this? Every Friday, I'm going to go in reverse. Every Friday they have Stress Less Fridays, and they talk about on Stress Less Fridays what they went over on Wednesday. So last week was mental health and head injuries and things like that. We've all been blown up, or there's that overpressure of shooting at the range every single day, or in my case, that plus, my free fall accident, hit my head and being knocked unconscious for a couple days or whatever. So we talked. We had a professional mental health who deals in TBIs and PTS. He came in on Wednesday, and then all the guys got to ask him all the questions. And then on that Friday, they Stress Less Fridays, they got to talk with another professional who can bring up these questions. His name's Bill Anthus, and he can pull your soul out of your body with his questions because they're just deep. But it's great. These guys, I thought this was going to be dumb, like Stress Less Fridays. Well, this is stupid. These guys are not going to like that. It's the most popular part of our transition program. These guys are excited to get to Friday and to be able to have the conversation about what they did on Wednesday. But then on Monday they get a homework assignment. Think about it, and it just preps them for Monday or for Wednesday's online class because it's all online. But yeah, this goes on for 10 weeks and 6 phases, and they get to talk to people. And we partner with NYU. So they get the educational thing if it's something they want to continue on with. So they get to talk to professionals at NYU and other organizations like that. We have a gentleman out of Massachusetts who's very successful in construction. And so he has a Green Beret son, but he wanted to talk to these guys about, entrepreneurship and how to start that, things like that. So we're just trying to prep them with all the things that we think are pretty meaningful as they get out. But they also get to talk to a VSO as well. At the very beginning of Next Ridgeline, they talk to a VSO, and she or he puts them on a path, connects them with their VSO that they're going to deal with, because Special Forces guys are area specific. And so they get connected to one of our VSOs right at the beginning so they can start that process as well. So that, by the time they retire, they're collecting, the paycheck if they get it, the disability paycheck or whatnot. So you'd be surprised at how many guys don't do the claims process until after they get out.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
And some don't even do it at all. Like I've heard quite a few stories of people that just haven't even submitted any of that paperwork.
Yep. Yeah. We had a guy, Green Beret dude, very, very well off. He's like, I just don't need it. Well, my man, it's really not about you. It's about your family. It's also about, the things that the government will be able to do for you when you die or as you get sick. Mm-hmm. You don't know that. I mean, you're well off now, but how much of that money is going to go away if you're in the hospital for a long time because of something service related?
Exactly.
So we convinced him to. It was going to be a lot of work for that VSO because I think he retired in like 90.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it happens a lot. You'd be surprised. And then after they pass away, some of these guys, their spouses would be like, "Yeah, he was a Green Beret and he was Mac V-SOG and just a stud and probably died of Agent Orange," and they do. They find out, that it was a service-related complication that they died from, and now you got to go back, and so the spouse has got to do all this work and with the VSO, and it's crazy, but but Next Ridgeline, it's mind, body, spirit. We want them graduating happy. Because we also think about mental health, and that's, they get to talk to a therapist. Is one of the classes on Wednesdays. They get to talk in a small group setting because it's only 12. It's the size of an ODA, 12 men, and so they get to sit and talk with a therapist and kind of get deep into the weeds of things, and then they get to schedule more of a one-on-one with her later. But then it still goes into Friday, and Bill gets to pull their soul out. So it's pretty cool. It's Bill Anthus, and he's got a website called Between the Ears or something like that, but he's a former Green Beret as well. So he finished his time and became a certified professional therapist, counselor, all that stuff. I think he and his wife both do it. So, and then we're going to capstone the Next Ridgeline with, they're going to go to Arkansas to UHP and for 5 days, and they get to put all this together along with physical wellness. There's a gym there, and they get there'll be a chef there that'll teach them, the healthy way eating and all that stuff. Because I hate that when guys retire, they tend to balloon up. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. Yeah, these guys have been running and gunning for so long that they're lean and fit, and they're fight machines. And then they retire, let their hair go and their beards out and their guts. And, not all of them, but anyway, we're trying to prevent that. We wanted to make sure that these guys continue, not necessarily running as hard as they were as Green Berets, but we want them to stay healthy. Green Berets, special operations in general, tend to pass away sooner than all the other veterans because of some sort of complication. Yeah. So we're trying to prevent that. So, yeah.
Do you guys know the number on how many guys are like Green Berets are getting out per year and per month that like, not that like they're having to replace, but is it, do you see like fluxes in I guess like ups and downs with dudes getting out like that?
Right now, there's not ups or downs. There's just downs. Dudes are exiting. SOF in general as a whole, or the military as a whole. And we can get political. There's a reason why they're exiting. They're bouncing. It might change now that we just had this wonderful election. But yes, they have been exiting. We've had more people reach out to us for VSO support, the Veteran Service Officer support, than we have for any type of mental health, any of that stuff. I'd say out of 10 cases, 7 are VSO support, 3 are, I need help financially or medical or whatnot. Yeah, it's been crazy the last year. In the short amount of time that I've been in this foundation, I've been able to track that. And then talking to other employees, they've just seen a massive exodus of Green Berets getting out of all ranks. So
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's interesting. I think it's just the climate. It's a product of the bullshit that's happening in our military. So, yeah, I mean, even under Obama, when I was in, we didn't have the exodus. He actually dumped a bunch of money into special operations, So, but this administration just totally jacked that up.
Do you see a lot of dudes when you if you're getting into a Green Beret, you're dedicating a lot of time and effort into that. So are dudes doing that for 20 years like you did in retire? Is it common to do like 6 years and get out, or is it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't say I saw a lot of that when I was in. I saw most of the guys doing 6 years. They were the 18 X-rays, the guys that came in off the streets, I always thought the SF Baby program was, at first I was like, this is dumb, this isn't going to work out, but it was pretty badass. We get some studs, like guys who did 2 years of college, because in Green Berets you have to have a minimum of 2-year college education and speak another language. So these guys, they get bored with school or whatnot, but they're very intelligent and physically fit, and so they come in off the street under the 18 X-ray program, and they do their time. That's where we saw most of the guys who would get out after 6 years.
Okay.
Like myself, I was regular Army first. The way that they used to do it, normally you had to be regular Army, go through a selection process, and then go to the Q course. And those guys tend to stick around. Because by the time they do that, they're 4 years regular Army, and then 2 years at the course. If they failed something, so why not get to 10 years? And then when you're at 10, you're like, shit, I might as well.
Yeah, you might as well. You either get out or you stay.
Yeah, you might as well retire. So, but in saying that, I know quite a few 18 X-rays that are at that 20-year mark now. Okay. Good buddy of mine, Matt Church, is a, and I can say his name because he's a Command Sergeant Major now. He's not doing anything too snoopy and poopy, but yeah, he's a Command Sergeant Major now down in Florida, and he was an 18 X-ray. He wasn't even one of my peers. He came in after me, but he's just rocking and rolling, and a lot of those guys are studs, and that's all they've known their entire career was special operations. So it's kind of funny to see them interact with the regular Army because they don't know shit about it. So it's like, what the hell is an 18X? Or an 88 Mike, as I think he's a truck driver. Yeah. Yeah, they're like, what the hell is that? So, but yeah, just to answer your question, there's the last few years have been pretty bad. Yeah. So for exiting all of SOF. So COVID kind of helped out with that a little bit too, with the guys who didn't want to take the jab and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. They're like, I'm out. So I think Donald Trump just appointed a Green Beret. Well, Waltz, he wasn't the guy, but there was a Green Beret that Donald Trump said, you're going to work for me, because he got out because of the jab. He didn't want to take it. So
did you see all the memes around Waltz because he was like an E4 in the Marine Corps? And so now they're like, oh yeah, like the vice president's going to be in charge of generals or whatever, and he's like some like E4, and he's going to be big dick man now around campus, and I don't know. There's just been a bunch of funny stuff.
Walls was a Marine before he became a Green Beret. Who are you talking about?
Yeah, the vice president. I think he was a.
Oh, you're talking about. I'm talking about Waltz, Green Beret.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm talking about the new VP. Was prior service like E4.
Wait, the new VP Walls?
That's Vance.
That's
Vance.
I don't know. I was like, wait a second.
Vance, that guy.
Walls is that
I missed
douche
that one.
knuckle. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Douche knuckle on the other side. Yeah, he was the one running around with a regimental special operations hat. Walls, the Democrat. He was never in a special forces group. So I'm sure somebody emailed him like, take that hat off. But JD Vance. He was a Marine. He was EAO.
Yeah, it's an
E4.
Yeah. So I don't know. The internet the last couple of days has been full of like E4 Marine Corps memes with.
It's his birthday. Their birthday was just this.
Sunday.
Yeah. Somebody sent me a picture, said it's our birthday today. It was just 249.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, politics. What else you want to talk about?
Alpha Elite Performance.
That's where I was going. Yeah. You beat me to it.
All right. Alpha Elite Performance. So, again, like I said earlier, I started that when I thought I was going to get kicked out of the Army. Well, another company, but it morphed into Alpha Elite Performance. Alpha, A-Team, Elite Special Forces, Performance. We all, strive on performance in everything that we do. And, I was in Colorado when it kicked off, and then I retired. We moved to Coronado, California. So I was living in SEAL land for 3 years. And that actually kind of helped it grow a little in the health and wellness side because we have pre-workout and weight loss aids and all that stuff. But we have greens and a sleep aid that are actually approved for use by the Special Warfare Center and school. And California really kind of helped our greens get popular. Just those two products, really. And our Alpha Immune we started here, but anyway, long story short, we left Coronado because that place is ridiculously expensive. My kids live down there with their mom, and I just wanted to be closer, but that place is crazy expensive. And so we came back to Texas. I'm originally from Texas, and brought the business here. And, it's here. COVID kind of fucked it up.
Yeah.
But it slowed it down, you know what I mean? Actually, the beginning of COVID did not. People were at home.
Yeah, they got some...
They were just going to town ordering stuff, but towards the end of COVID, for something when people weren't online anymore buying stuff, then the economy really tanked, so it slowed it down. But we're still moving forward. We're not climbing like this. We're climbing like that. We're here in Montgomery, Texas now. It's the HQ for Alpha Elite Performance, and it's where everything ships out. And
do you have like a storefront where people come visit you? Or
we do. It's more of we sell out of our facility. It's we're right next to a gym, Springs Fitness, and you can walk in and buy all of our products. And I think we have a glass cooler in there for the gym goers if they need a pre-workout or whatever.
I think that's where Josh works out at.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's there off of.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give away his location, but he's in Montgomery.
That's where he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell everyone about the detox supplement.
The detox.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have brought it. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, so we have a heavy metal detox greens, excuse me, and that's the one that's approved for use by the Special Warfare Center in schools. It's 3 ingredients, and it helps rid the body naturally of heavy metals out of the body. So, I started this one when we were in California. And everybody's lead levels, especially in the shooting community or in the military, if you're surrounded by that, or if you're downrange inhaling all that dirty, nasty air. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, women have 400,000 people die annually complications of heavy metal. A lot of that is women because of, it's in the makeup, it's in the lotions, it's in all the stuff that they rub on their body. Yeah. You just got to but it builds up over time, gets in your bones. Yeah. And by the time, you're older by the time, you might be ready to go at 75, die of the complications of heavy metal in the body. But long story short, it's the younger dudes, the soft operators that I really wanted to help out. And so I like to talk to people far smarter than me. How can I help people, with getting heavy metals out of the body? Very simple ingredient list. Spirulina, broken subwall chlorella, and cilantro, and clinically dosed and blended together in a delicious greens powder. And we make sure that all of our stuff tastes good. And that one, I gave it to a MARSOC guy, a couple Green Berets, stuff like that. Told them to go do their pre and post blood and urine work, and I think we got a couple of those results on the website. And like one guy, the MARSOC guy's lead levels went from 17 to 7, and his antimony went from like 0.9 to 0.1 or something like that.
Oh, wow.
So significant decreases in the lead levels or the heavy metals in the body. So and that's one that excuse me, that's one. And we haven't really pushed it to get into stores, but I tried to sell it at BTO and nobody's called me back.
That was me. That was not me.
No, but it's a hard one. People are just like, what the hell's a green's going to be in a gun store, like whatever. But we push it online, and so it does. It's all right. We also have another greens called ODA Super Greens, and it has those 3 ingredients plus 75 others plus shrooms. So it has a shroom blend for brain health, and then a bunch of vegetables and stuff like that. And those taste pretty damn good too. We had to get a new maker, so we're out of those right now. But they'll be back at the end of the month. So, and better than ever. And they're all organic now. We decided to make them all organic. So, yeah. But yeah, that's it.
Yep.
That's the greens. And the one that I was talking about, the heavy metal detox, strictly heavy metal detox, comes in 9 lime. Get it? 9 lime. Or 9 lime. And then just blood orange. So,
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. So,
Get your lead levels checked, people.
Yep.
yeah. Or who cares? Just buy the product. I mean, and I will say, when people take greens, everybody thinks they need to take them 365 days a year. Not true. If you've got a functioning liver or kidney, you really only need to do it twice a year. You know, and we like to be the honest people, and we'll tell. We still have people that buy it constantly. Like they're like, no, I can't live without it. I got to have it every month. Fine, that's wonderful. Thank you. But you don't have to. Really, two times a year at the most.
So what is the detox? What is it? How do you take it? Is it like?
So, it's a powder.
It's a powder?
greens powder. Yeah. The broken whale salt, chlorella, spirulina, and cilantro. They're all blended together. It's a dark green powder, and it's flavored. And yeah, you mix it with water, shake it up in a bottle, and drink it.
Just twice a year?
The tubs.
Oh, the tub. Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
the whole tub, a 30-day tub.
Oh, okay,
That's all
gotcha.
you need twice a year.
So you do like a 30-day cleanse and then like another herb.
Yeah, it's not even really a cleanse. You're not
yeah.
going to really notice anything unless you do your pre and post, blood or urine work. But yeah, it's you only really need to do it twice a year. But people swear by it. Our ODA Super Greens, I mean, we've had people write us and say, "Oh my God, the inflammation in my knees has gone away." And we had a girl with what's the skin issue that people have? Some cirrhosis, eczema. Yeah, not cirrhosis. The liver, eczema. Yeah, she sent us a picture that she took before, and then like a week and a half later of just drinking the greens, how they just disappeared, and she said it hasn't happened that fast before, so she attributed that. And then she did it again and said, "Yeah, it's your greens. It's pretty awesome." So it's crazy when you put healthy stuff in your body, what it'll do for you.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. We have Alpha Immune. We partner with Dr. Katarina Lindley in Dallas. She was you could Google Dr. Katarina Lindley and read about her. She's a phenomenal lady, anti-vax, and would always tell her patients, like, you need to take these ingredients. And she called me one day and said, "Hey, nobody has these ingredients in a capsule, and you guys should do that." And so we did it. So now it's called Alpha Immune, and it's not a huge seller. People don't give a shit about their immune system. But yeah, Alpha Immune. And I used to take it religiously, and then I got a cold last week. I'm past it now. It's not contagious. But I used to take it religiously, and then I don't know, I forgot. But we normally do take it before bed, because a little bit of melatonin in there. Melatonin's actually good for boosting the immune system. So I take it before bed. And
Nice.
Yeah. But I also take a sleep aid sometimes too if I need it. But what else do we have? We have the pre-workout called Pipe Hitter. They call soft operators pipe hitters, so we named it Pipe Hitter. It's delicious. It's a very robust formula. One of Joey Savage is the designer of that. He's just one of those smart guys that I called and said, "Hey, I want a really good pre-workout." And this is a guy who came from Cellucor and has helped other companies grow with their product line. And so I said, this is what I wanted to do. And we came up with Pipe Hitter, and it's pretty awesome. It's a really good pre-workout. It's you're not going to see sounds and hear colors.
I've been there.
You know what I mean?
It's not like the original Jack 3D formula.
Some people have said it is, and I don't feel that. I'm a large man. But little people have been just tweaked out of their minds. Or people that are caffeine sensitive or stimulant sensitive, yeah, they feel it like that. But the average person, it gives you a good kick in the ass, but it maintains. I really wanted it to be good for stamina as well, and in a mild pump. And then I wanted some amino acids in there at the end to kind of continue to work after. Like if you don't buy an essential amino acid, there's some in the pre-workout that'll help with recovery a little bit. But we also do sell an essential amino acid, which is better than BCAAs alone because EAAs have the BCAAs in them. So why not just take the EAAs, because you can get essential amino acids and the branched chain amino acids. So we have those as well. The only thing we don't carry right now is protein. We did have protein, but the economy, we weren't known for our protein. It tastes good. It was great. It was organic, hydrolyzed whey, low temperature processed protein, but we weren't known for it, so it didn't sell very well. And so when the economy shit the bed, we had to get rid of something so that we could maintain everything else and grow into a new product. So yeah, we don't have the protein anymore, but we will. We'll bring it back. So we do have a product coming out called Gut Check. Who here likes to poop? You know, bowel movements are important, and so that's what this will be about. And so you'll take it before you go to bed, 4 capsules, and you'll wake up ready. Yep. So
nice.
It's pretty phenomenal. It's I don't want to go. Honestly, I don't know too much about it because I didn't design it. My wife is now the one who's, you know, doing all the fun stuff, and so she talks to all these important, smart people.
Yeah.
Coming up with all the poop capsules.
Yeah. I mean, if you've ever, she's a very fit woman, and she doesn't like to talk about bowel movements, but they're important. And she will say, they're important, Travis. So, but she wants to be able to help people with that, which is like, okay, go on with your bad self with the poop product. So we'll see how that one does.
Yeah.
So, but her girlfriend seemed to be excited about it. You excited about it?
I'm super excited.
I knew it, right? 4 capsules, skladoosh in the morning. I'm excited for it too. I want to see. I actually was the test dummy for it. I was like, damn, this shit works.
You're like, something's happening.
Well, it's nice and gradual. You get to sleep through the night, but by the time you wake up in the morning, you got some rumbling. You're like, oh, interesting. I don't even need that coffee this morning.
Yeah,
but it helps. So, but yeah, Alpha Leap Performance. You know, we've always donated to foundations. The Green Beret Foundation. We started our own foundation called AEP Outdoors. Which was kind of like the Warrior Sportsman program at the Green Beret Foundation, adrenaline, outdoor adventure, and mental health. But we're kind of folding that under the Green Beret Foundation. But have always been deeply involved in veteran causes. Boots for Troops here in town have donated.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. You name it. So, yeah, we started to do well and started our own nonprofit, which, you know, is still own it, but no need to raise money for one and work for another.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Very cool.
And y'all ship all over the country, right?
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
We ship internationally.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's a bunch of countries we've blocked.
Yeah.
But for the ones that we like, if you're international and you want to find out if we like you, just try and order something.
Yeah, you'll find out.
Yeah, you'll find out.
Sorry, Iran can't get your
Yeah,
D-lead.
right.
Sorry there, Russia.
Yeah, sorry, Russia can't get your poop pills.
Yeah, but yeah, we ship all over the country, all over the globe, and we ship free to deployed soldiers. APOAE is all free.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Very
it
cool.
just pops up free shipping. So yeah, we make sure that those guys don't have to pay shipping.
That's cool.
Yeah.
If people want to find you, where can they go?
For Alpha Leap Performance, they can go to alphaleapperformance.com. And then social media is Instagram's Alpha Leap Performance. And then for the Green Beret Foundation, you can go to thegreenberetfoundation.org. And then my Instagram for that one is just Travis Green Beret Foundation for Instagram. So
Nice.
yeah, it's not very popular. Alpha Leap Performance has, I don't know, 20, 30,000 or something like that. And then Travis Green Beret Foundation just has like 300. Nobody cares.
Well,
Are you following me?
I think so. Excuse me.
I don't think so.
On Travis Green Beret Foundation?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So I'm not following you. I didn't even know you had that.
Yeah.
Could be 301. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll add you as soon as I'll follow you as soon as we get out of here.
It's new. It's new. I think it's like a month old or 2 months old or something like that. I don't know.
It's fine.
Yeah. I'm just a mouthpiece for
You're
the
just getting
foundation.
back at me for not calling you back for the
For which? Oh, the
for
greens?
carrying the greens.
Yeah.
That wasn't me though.
No, I gave some of the greens to the gal who became a cop.
Michaela.
Yeah.
Oh, Michaela, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to see what she thought of them, but now it's a moot point because she's so long ago.
I know.
But yeah, we're always, so at Alpha Elite Performance though, if you are a tactical athlete, or just an athlete in general, we're always looking for affiliates, and to be able to sponsor some of these people, or just have them use our product and tell the world about it. Because we do pay 10% back when their code is used. Saves people 15%, but we also pay back 10%.
Oh, wow.
And we've got some affiliates that have done really well. You know Chad Prather?
I know of him.
Yeah, he's a local Texas guy, ran for governor. Mm-hmm. I mean, that dude made one post once. I gave him a code, and Jesus, that was awesome. But it was for one of our weight loss aids that it's a thermogenic, so it heats you up, makes you sweat.
Yeah.
And man, he got a lot sold, but I was looking at like, who is buying this? And I realized that it was just a bunch of old people. And if you've never taken a stimulant that's a thermogenic, I mean, you will think you're dying because you are sweating your ass off just sitting there. And it's a stimulant, so like you're just like,
you're like all jacked up.
Yeah, so
I gotta play bingo.
I'm all jacked up on the Mountain Dew, Grandpa.
yeah, so,
Grandpa's jacked up on the mountain.
Yeah.
So don't take a stimulant if you don't need it or if you're sensitive to it. But,
make your eyeballs all itchy.
Yeah.
On the backside.
Yeah.
We do have some weight loss products, so I'll tell you. Alpha Ignite Black. Alpha Fen Ignite Black is what it's called. That's the thermogenic that will light your world up. I love to sweat, so occasionally I'll take 2 of those. Only take 1 to assess tolerance. Don't take 2. I'm an idiot. So I will take 2 because you just sweat. And sometimes it opens up the sinuses and you're just blowing your nose constantly. One of our professional athletes, Sarah Willis, IFBB Pro, you can go follow her on social media. She took 2 after me saying don't take 2, but she's like, I'm an IFBB Pro, I'll whatever. And she sends me this video of just drenched and snot running down her nose. And she's like, what the fuck is this? And that's another one I worked with Joey Savage on. And it is phenomenal. So it's a great thermogenic. Everybody loves a good thermo. There's really no such thing. And I'll call out all the other, fat pills, fat burners out there. There's no such thing as a fat burner. The only fat burning that's happening is when you get off your ass and work out. They aid in weight loss because of, like the thermo has 3 trademarked ingredients: InnoSlim, Capiostra, and I can't remember the third one. But they kind of ignite the brown fat in your body. You have white and brown fat. So they kind of ignite that. That's that shivering feeling you get. And you burn more calories when you shiver, right, to stay warm. Yeah. So this is where people think they're dying because this Alpha Fen Ignite Black, it's a thermo, but why am I shivering? Yeah. And I'm all jacked up like I'm on, it sounds like death, but it's phenomenal. It's kind of addictive. But we've had some.
Is it meth?
No. No, we don't sell meth, but it's almost like meth. But anyway, that's a pretty popular one. A lot of the bodybuilders, or just people in general who love to sweat, will take that one. And then we have Alpha Fen Vim, Vitality, Intensity, Metabolism. Vim, vigor, that's where it comes from. That is a focused weight loss energy aid. So I wanted something that was like Adderall, a stimulant, but focus. So we worked on that one. And it's not as stimulant-y, but it's a good focus that you get. So a lot of guys like to go to the gym and just focus. But I like to take it during the day when I'm working, because I don't want Adderall. Adderall is really addictive, and it's just I've had it before. So I wanted something mild but functional. Yeah. So we call it a weight loss aid because you can take it before you go to the gym. You can use it as a pre-workout. Get in the gym, bust your ass. There's a mild thermogenic in there so that you can feel that like you're heating up. Okay, I got to do something. Yeah. But it's not going to make you sweat. But you'll be focused. And I like that. I like to go to the gym and, just be focused on what I'm doing. Yeah. So, because my brain's jacked up and I'll just be all over the place like a squirrel on crack. So, but yeah, that's 2 of our weight loss aids. What else do we have? We got all sorts of stuff. Just go to alphaeliteperformance.com. And you can use code. Which code? Man.
You got to choose. Somebody's going to make a lot of money off of this.
Well, no. I'm just trying to remember so I'm not in the game anymore. It's Emily 15. Man, we should make one for BTO.
We should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just see how many people do. Yeah, we will. We'll do BTO. Just BTO. Yeah, I'll make a note. Remind me when I leave here. We'll have a code made, BTO. Use code BTO and you'll save 15%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at alphaLeapPerformance.com. Just remind me.
I will.
All right.
We'll have it in the description, too, of the video.
Yeah. Yeah, code BTO. And then, yeah. What else you got? Throw something at me. Anything.
Okay. Ian's always got crazy questions.
Yeah.
I asked
Like,
my crazy question of the day. I got the freaking vice president wrong.
Yeah, I don't know how you did that.
I don't know.
How'd you vote?
Yeah.
You don't want to know.
What about you? What do you got? Ask me something.
Hold on, let me think. I think I asked all my questions already,
All right.
too.
Well, how'd you get involved in BTO?
That's a story not for a podcast.
All right. Interesting. All right.
Yeah,
All
so,
Feet
but I
fi-
love it. I absolutely love
Feed
it.
finder.
Feed finder?
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to say
Oh, sorry.
anything.
Ian's over there stalking people on
Yeah.
who knows what app.
Is that where I found you?
Well, I'm a fan of BTO. I've been down here a couple of times. Actually, I drove by it a lot, but then when Staccato came, and I knew Tony Pignato really well.
Yeah.
He was here.
Oh, he's at SAR now.
He's
okay,
at SAR.
That explains this. I heard y'all talking about SAR.
Tony,
Yeah.
Tony left.
Yeah, he's CEO, dude.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he's the CEO at SAR. I called him up and said, hey, I need a couple guns for our event that we just had in Nashville. He's like, too
You
easy.
need a couple red bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a bunch of SAR patches. We didn't hand them. It was just way too many. But I have a lot of SAR patches and T-shirts I'll give you guys.
Oh, nice.
And then you guys should start selling SAR.
Yeah.
There's SAR SOCOM. It's a 9. SAR 9 SOCOM. It's nice. Real good fit. It's threaded. I imagine Tony's going to do some wonderful things. He did wonderful things at Staccato.
Yeah.
He's going to do some wonderful things at SAR.
When did he leave Staccato?
This year.
Yeah, like 5-6 months ago.
Yeah. It was pretty recent.
Interesting.
Yeah, I went out there to visit the ranch, Staccato Ranch, and before it opened up, and I got to leave with a Staccato.
Oh, wow.
I was
yeah.
like, I almost cried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it had the regimental crest engraved.
Oh,
and
wow.
all that stuff. So
Oh, that's legit.
yeah, I was like, you do this for everybody? He's like, no. And then I met somebody else that got a free one. I was like, you bastard.
Yeah.
I was there a month ago, and the range is really impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's come a long way.
Yeah. I was there when they got the skeet shooting and all that stuff set up.
Yeah.
And all the other ranges they were still working on.
Yeah, they have like 30 outdoor bays.
Yeah.
And then all the skeet stuff, and
Wow.
then they have like 600 more acres that they were gonna put stuff on.
Yeah.
So
Did you go to the inside, in the indoor range?
No, I didn't shoot on it, but I was in like the pro shop.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful. I mean, the indoor range is looks brand new.
Yeah. Oh, it is brand new.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. It's brand new.
Yeah, it's
And then there's a locker room, kind of like going into a golf club, golf course club, whatever, where guys can have their own locker.
Oh.
It has a safe and it has a humidor. It's pretty crazy. So we talked about doing an event out there, and it involved helicopters and all sorts of stuff.
on the tour they said that they want to put like camper spots out there so people can
Yeah.
like camp, and
Yep.
they put a pond
Yeah.
so you can go fish. They put fish in it, I think this year they said, so you
Yeah.
can go fish and shoot your Staccato, go camp,
Yeah.
whatever.
The whole experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. I enjoyed it. So, but Tony's at SAR, and he's going to do some wonderful things out there, and I like the guns already. So I didn't know of them until he told me where he went. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. So
Interesting.
yeah, but it's the two that he gave us for our event in Nashville. Very popular. We let people hold them, and it's good fit, good feel, good weight. So they look cool. So you guys should sell them.
Looking cool's half the battle.
That's right. Absolutely. Yeah. All soft operators, if you don't know what you're doing, at least look cool doing it. Nobody will question you.
Yeah.
So that's true. I'm guilty of that.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Well, thanks for coming down and sitting down and talking with us.
Absolutely.
It's been
It's
pretty
fun.
cool.
Yep.
I had fun. You guys do good things.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Absolutely. So, but anytime you need anything, maybe we can do something together.
Yeah.
That'd be
you know?
awesome.
Yeah.
We're right here. Like, we're right next door, so
Yeah.
right down the road anyways.
I actually have a gun that I need to take over there today. One of the guns, it's a SAR. one of the guys who won is actually local. We had 14 people from Montgomery go to Nashville for our event for the Green Beret Foundation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just off my posts. But one of the guys won the SAR, lives here.
Oh, nice.
So
Very
I
cool.
just legally, I just don't want to hand it to him. So
Yeah.
I'm going to have y'all do your thing. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Well,
All right.
yeah, thank y'all for watching, listening, subscribing, all that good stuff. I think that's about all I got for you. Ian's got some cool sign-off note.
Sign-off note. Get your lead levels checked.
Yep.
Drink water.
The greens.
Get some greens after you get your lead levels checked. And drink water. Yeah, drink water. I don't got anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Help us go to the moon.
To the moon.
That's about it. Y'all take care.
See ya.